Hey everybody, this is AYG's Alpha Team, here with another video for The Division. This is going to be a new playlist that we're setting up on the channel. It's called The Division Last Stand Strategies, and this particular video is about wanting to win, then you have to play to win. We're going to go over strategies to win, to be winning in the last stand. So a lot of these are going to seem really rudimentary or like really simple concepts, but sometimes they have to be said out loud. We're going to start right here at the home base. With step 1, completely capture your initial base. Now a lot of people look this over and a lot of people just expect their teammates to pick up the slack. But what you have to understand is if it's not getting done, you might just have to do it yourself. So a good rule of thumb is just don't leave the initial base until it's all captured. So that's what we're going to do. Clean up some of these ads. I still see that A2 turret is still down, so I'm going to go take care of that. You can see this guy right here just standing there. A lot of people aren't concerned with getting these wins or getting the initial base up, but I can tell you right now, in order to get a win, it is a lot more helpful if your entire base is up, which again, it's a kind of common knowledge thing, but it gets overlooked a lot. I'm going to switch back to the Incendiary Seeker, head over to B, which brings us to our next step. Step 2, help establish dominance at B. Now once you've captured your entire base, the majority of the team is pretty much going to head to B. And everyone's initial thought and general thought about playing the last stand is holding your own base and then capping B and then holding that. We're going to go in and establish dominance, and the way we're going to do that is be forceful. We're going to push our way into B as much as we can. And we want to capture as many points as quickly as possible. Now we want to do this at the beginning because it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the match. See here? Just trying to keep them off. Teammates are here helping out. Now I'm using a tech build, and once my tech is done, I'm pretty much useless after that. So I end up taking a lot of fire from 3 different directions. Go down. So now I'm going to look at the map. I can see right now that nobody is at the landmarks. We're kind of in B, so we're doing good at that. So I'm going to go down to the bottom spawn and take a look at this landmark. Now once I spawn back in, I can see that we don't have enough points to get any of the attack boosts. So I'm going to switch back to my multi-ball, head to this landmark, which is going to bring us to our next step. Collect Shade Tech, but only if your other teammates aren't collecting. So what I mean is it only takes one person to collect Shade Tech. So if you come over here, if you look up and you're a few minutes into the match and someone's already collecting Shade Tech, it's not your responsibility. They've got it done, you don't have to worry about it. But it's like this match and no one's doing it. We have to take it upon ourselves to get it done because Shade Tech is going to be important for the rest of the match, and it is a very crucial thing if you want to win. Now you gotta anticipate that your enemy is doing the same thing. So what we want to do is get enough Shade Tech to get at least one of the tactical boosts. I'm going to switch back to Incendiary. We have about 3,200. It takes 2,000 points to get one of the tactical boosts, so we have enough for at least one. But I can see right now that B is completely taken by the enemy. So I need to push back in and help with B. And from the side of it, there's no red on the map yet, so I can tell that we're probably getting spawn camped up on the top spawn, which just gives me the perfect opportunity to come in and collect B myself. So I'm going to drop this Seeker to get my back. And this is another good point to bring up, is that there's not only a causality to everything you do, but one person can change the tide of a game. You can see by myself I'm going into B, and I'm capping the entire thing. Now that's going to start earning us more points, and I can see by the indicator right here, the initial tactical boost is only a minute away, so I'm going to head to this closest one. Which brings us to our next step. Tactical multipliers are important. I'm going to put this turret up. Multipliers definitely affect how well you're going to do as a team. So we collect all that Shade Tech in order to be able to purchase one of them to kind of give us the edge in winning this match. So I've got my bullet turret out there. It's more just a first response to anybody that might be coming this way. Clean up these ads. And collect this multiplier. Now, a good thing to know is that the first multipliers aren't available until 7 minutes into the match. It's a match for last stand lasts 20 minutes if you don't get a mercy. So we're finally getting to the point where one's going to be available, and what we want is the victory points multiplier. And luckily enough, that's the one we're standing next to. So we're going to cap this right now. Now, there are scenarios where points for kills might be a little bit better choice, depending on the map and depending on how your team's doing. But because we're already behind, I want to get this points multiplier to give us 16 points per second for every base that you're holding. Since we have our initial base, we're going to get 16 points for that. I can see that my team is still getting spawn camped. Now, I was going to go collect points, but I'm actually going to go help out at B because we have the multiplier. I want to make sure we're getting the most out of it. So if we can capture A and B, that would give us 16 times 2 points per second, 32 points per second if we can. So we've got 2 of the points already. I got a teammate over here at B capping, so I'm going to go find some enemies and try and keep them off them. See a group over here. Tactical boost does not work. That's always good. I'm going to do my best to help out at B right now. Because again, we're playing to win. We're not playing to be the KD champ. We're playing for our team to win. In order to do that, we need to pick up some slack sometimes. In order to do that, we need to take initiative on certain things too. So I'm going to stay here, do as much as I can with what I got. Bullet turrets out helping. Enemies on both sides. And again, I'm using a tactician's build, so I'm not really that useful in a regular gunfight. So I can still see that we don't have B, but we are all the way in there now. So I'm going to go right back to B. Now we have B3, so what I want to do is make sure we keep B3. Because if they start getting 2 points, they're going to start scoring more than we are, and we can't have that. So I'm going to help establish myself here at B3. And all I really want to do is keep them off of getting B entirely. So I'm going to do my best to hold this point, which hopefully will give enough time for our teammates to come in and help retake B. This guy's being a little elusive, and remember, I am only one person, so a lot of times I do get overwhelmed. But again, we're not playing to be KD champ, we're playing to win. So now I'm taking a look at the entire map. We're about 2.5 minutes from getting the points multiplier again. So I'm going to head back to the landmark since no one else is here. Now remember, we're only going to collect Shade Tech if no one else is doing it. It only takes one person to collect. So no one else is here. I'm going to have to do it myself. So here we go, back into the landmark to pick up this Shade Tech. Now we've got 2100 right now, and we got someone getting points for kills. So that means about 2,000 of those points are going to go away if he's successful in collecting the entire points for kills. Tactical boost. So I need to collect as much Shade Tech as I can right now in order to go get the points multiplier. Now the points multiplier is up, but I'm still collecting these points. It would have been great if one of our teammates would pick it up, but it doesn't seem to be happening. So, like I said, you can't expect your teammates to do everything for you. So if it's not getting done, you gotta do it yourself. I just saw an enemy, so I'm switching back to Incendiary, and I'm heading over to points for kills, which is right here. For that, I'm gonna pick up all these points. And he's trying to cap off points for kills. Looks like he got stopped. Got a teammate here, so let's help him out. And I should have dropped my turret, but I didn't, so I can keep this guy occupied while my teammate goes and collects points for kills. End up going down, but my job is done. We collected points for kills. My teammate successfully takes this guy out. Now he can come pick me up. Now the rest of our team is actually in B now, so now we have A and B, but as you can see right now, the points multiplier tactical boost is getting taken by the enemy. So now our goals have changed. We have enough points to get the points multiplier if we can get there. And it looks like they were stopped. So now my goal is to get to the points multiplier as fast as possible and try and collect it for our team. As you can see, we've taken the lead, and it's a very subtle strategy, but it is working. So I'm going to try and cap B2 before I get to the points multiplier, just to help out the team a little bit more. And I got an enemy behind me, but I capped, so all is good. Down I go. My turret do some work on him. So again, now that buddy spawn is up, I'm going to try and get to the closest guy to the points multiplier. Looks like it's BMX for Life Pro 72. So now my only goal is to get to that multiplier before the enemy. Now that I know that someone over there, enemy-wise, is a bigger threat, so now we need to get over there. And the enemy captures it. So now everything changes. Now the fact that they have it takes us to our next step, which is if they have points multiplier, we have to stop them from scoring. This game is way too close for us to be taking any risks, so what we have to do now is keep B broken up at least, and we have to go into their base. Now, a lot of times this will happen a lot, where they'll get ahead and we need them just to stop scoring. Got a teammate here behind me, taking care of this guy. So our goal now is to minimize what their use of the attack multiplier will be. So they're getting points multiplier. They can't get extra points if they're not scoring any points. So we're going to go into C and take down just one. We're just going to break up C. Our intention isn't to capture C. Our intention is just to break it up because we are running by ourselves. Now, there is a lot of different strategy you can do with this. If you have more than one person on your teammate, or if you guys are really good at communicating, there's a lot more you can do. But since my team isn't communicating at all, and I am running by myself, this is my strategy. So C's broken up, so you can see right now they're not scoring any points, and we just retook B. So we're scoring 20 points per second while they score 0. This will be enough. Hopefully this will be enough for us to pull away with the remaining time. Take down this turret. I'm going to go to C1 and cap it just because it's here and available. But again, my intention isn't to capture all of C. It's just to keep it broken up long enough until their points multiplier runs out. And almost their entire time they've had the multiplier, they haven't been scoring any points, which is great for us. So it's letting us pull ahead just a little bit. Got another teammate here. Try and keep this turret off of them. But I can see right now up at top there's another enemy across the way who just recapped C3, and he's putting up the turret, so I need to back off. Some cover. Drop this turret, and remember, or drop this seeker. Remember, our only goal is to keep B broken up. Now the enemy has, or C broken up. The enemy has B again, but we're doing our best to keep that broken up too. So I'm going to try and hold him off as long as I can here at C1. Got a teammate helping me out down there. Turret's about to go down. I'm going to do my best to keep this thing off of me and my teammate. Okay, my turret's down. I got red on my map, so I need to make sure my turret goes back down to get my back. And I just saw more red there too. But again, we're just holding this 1 point to keep them from scoring. Turret lets me with those guys here. Their turret's hurting me. Seeker's out. They got a seeker. So I kind of painted myself into a corner. I can't move to the right and I can't move forward because there's fire. And I get stuck on this pole like an idiot. And down I go. But my job is done. All I wanted to do was keep C broken up, and that's what I did. Now our only goal is to get B back, because they still have multiplier. So we need to break up B and just keep it broken up. Granted, there's only 2 minutes left in the match. We're up 4,300 to 2,100. It's very unlikely that they'll be able to come back, but it's still an option, still a threat. So we're going to cover this guy at B3. And points multiplier just came back up. Caps B3. So now we've got less than 20 seconds before we get the win. So now it's really, you can do whatever you want. The match is won. And this is the overall strategy that this video is about. It's just, we're just playing to win. Now you can see I didn't kill a lot of people. I went down a ton, but the job got done. We got the win. And that's what this is all about. There are people that don't play to win. There are people that just play last stand to get kills and like dominate in that, and that's cool. That works. Whatever you want to do. But if you're trying to win, there's things you have to do in order to solidify that. You play for the objectives. You back up your team. And I want this to run through so you guys can see. Like, I scored plenty of points, but that's mainly because I killed the name guys. Got 4 caches. I only killed 3 people, only assisted twice. The things to remember, though, there's a causality to everything you do. Also, if it's not getting done, do it yourself. Don't expect your team to pick up the slack. That's up to you if you want to win. And also, whatever you do is going to affect the rest of the match. So keep those things in mind while you're in Last Stand. Now we're gonna do a ton of videos for the Last Stand strategies and just general things on like how to get to B quickest and what's the quickest way to take down a turret, what's a good build for Last Stand. We'll go over all those in separate videos, but this is just I just want to put this first video out to let you know that you don't have to kill every rogue in order to win. There's different ways to do it. That's going to do it, guys. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more from RDGaming.com. Also, shoot us a comment if you have any questions, you want to give us any feedback. It's always appreciated. Until then, go ahead. Game on.
Game on! Yeah, game on!